Well, continuing on with the Oregon road trip. The last video you saw from that, we had checked out the Laws Museum, got done there, and hit Highway 395 north, leaving Bishop, and headed up towards Reno and points north. Here we go. All right, well, we left Bishop, visited the Laws Museum. That'll be a standalone video. And climbing up out of Bishop, up into the Sierras towards Mammoth. We will not be going through Mammoth. You have to get off 395 and go a few miles up to get to Mammoth. But yeah, Mammoth is at 4,000 feet elevation, and I think Mammoth, God, if I remember, the city of Mammoth is around 8,000 feet. But we just went past the 6,000 foot elevation marker. And definitely, as you can see, still climbing. But yeah, starting to get out of the desert brush landscape. And you can see, we're starting to see a few pines. Getting up into the mountains proper, because Tehachapi is also at 4,000 feet elevation. Both Bishop and Tehachapi out at the top of Cajon Pass, Victorville, and those are all around 4,000 feet. But they're all still considered high desert. People who live in Tehachapi say they live up in the mountains. Well, not really. Technically, it's high desert. But anyway, we are definitely getting up into the mountains. Yeah, you can see the barren mountains up there. These are old volcanic mountains, volcanoes. I believe Mammoth itself is a dormant volcano, Mammoth Mountain. But yeah, so leaves some pretty interesting formations, I think. I don't know what everybody else thinks. Getting up by a place called Crowley Lake, which is I don't know if it is anymore. My friends, the Thompsons, always came up here during like opening week of the fishing season. And I came up here one time, and there were so many boats on the lake, it was almost impossible to fish. But it was fun anyway. All right, big mountain with the snow on it up there, kind of the left of center is Mammoth Mountain. You can see all the ski runs and all the clear areas in the trees. And exit to Mammoth Lakes. There are a bunch of lakes up here. A lot of really good fishing up here too. It's been a long time since I've come up here to fish. Been a long time since I've come up here to do anything. We race motocross up here. They still have a big event up here once a year. But I haven't raced Mammoth since 1978, when it was a much smaller event. But yeah, you can see the spiny spires up there to the right of the mountain. Those are the minarets. Cool formation. They have a place up here called the Devil's Post Pile. That's a cool geologic formation. So yeah, if you're in the area, another cool place to visit. And if you like to ski, hey, something I never got into. I was never interested in snow skiing. But yeah, it's one of the most popular places in California to ski. All right, we are definitely in the mountains. I haven't seen an elevation sign. I don't have an altimeter on my car. But I did see the 7,000 foot sign, which was some ways back. More construction. All right, we are coming into a community called Lee Vining, and vining is on the shore, or used to be on the shore of Mono Lake. That road right there that we just went by to the left is the road over Tioga Pass into Yosemite. Beautiful drive, but right now you have to have reservations even to go into Yosemite. You can't even drive through it. And it's how crowded it's become. It's been, the last time I was in Yosemite was 2002 or 3, and it's unlikely I'll ever go back. That's Mono Lake down there below. Hundreds of feet lower than it was when Los Angeles started taking water out of it. And about 1,000 feet lower, according to a guided tour I took down there one time, thousands of feet lower than it was in ancient times. You can see, you can't probably see it on the GoPro, but the ancient level of the lake is a few hundred feet above us right now. So yeah, it's pretty impressive. This is actually as high as I've seen it in quite a while. Jennifer and I came out from across Nevada and came out on the road that's on the north side of the lake last spring, and yeah, it wasn't this high, but yeah, they're really cool. They're called tufa formations out there in the lake, and some right down below us here. Yeah, right, that little island looking thing off to the right there. It's part of that kind of a formation. But Mono Lake, I remember back in the 70s when I was a teenager and I used to see the bumper stickers that said "Save Mono Lake." I didn't know what they were talking about until I started reading about the water issues with Los Angeles back at that time. And yeah, I can see why they wanted to save it. It's a really cool place. Kind of drop into this canyon really quickly. Just back there, about a quarter of a mile, is a turn off to Bodie. And if you've never been to Bodie, it's a pretty cool place. There's a town that was kind of deserted in place. People left and just left everything there. It's a really bizarre place, a really good sized ghost town, and yeah, it's really bizarre. But if you haven't been there and you have the time, it's gosh, it's about I can't remember how many miles it is down there, but about at least half of the road. Once you turn off there, you go down the road a few miles and it turns into a dirt road, and it's a dirt road all the way into Bodie. It's not in real bad shape, or it wasn't when Kenny and I went down it, but you can take any car down it. Prius will go down it, but yeah, it is a dirt road, so be aware of that. If it's raining, it's probably not a good idea. All right, this is Bridgeport. This is where Jennifer and I spent the night, one of the nights, on our vacation, our spring vacation last year. Neat little town. Got a lot of cool neon. And yeah, it was a cool place. We stayed right here at the Redwood Inn. I don't know if this is called the Walker River Canyon, but driving alongside the Walker River. Kind of reminds me of the Kern River. Rocky and not real big, but I wouldn't want to fall in it. And the peak back there, I can't remember the name of the summit, was 8,135 feet. We've dropped down significantly since then. And that was actually on the other side of Bridgport. I just forgot to mention it. Yes, this is a real work zone. The last one that we went through, nothing was going on. No cones, no people, no nothing. Serious about that one. CHP sitting there. Glad I wasn't going 900 miles an hour. But there's a pickup pulling a fifth wheel behind me, and yeah, she was going at least as fast as I was, so that'll get the cops' attention for me. All my viewers who haven't been this way, or people who don't even live in California, and I hope you're enjoying this. I know a couple of people that are actually going up to the Triennial, and they went up Interstate 5. And you do avoid the curves, you avoid the climb, and two of the people I know that were going up were hauling trailers and stuff up there. And just a shame to go up I-5 when you can go this way. One of the people I know is pulling his, he's got a locomotive he's bringing up here. And I'm sure he wanted to avoid all that. And because I think he went up I-5. But this is just very scenic. One of the things, when we were back in Pennsylvania last fall, Pennsylvania is beautiful, but it all looks the same. And one of the things I love about California is its diverse geography and geology. It's just such a diverse place. For those of you who are familiar with after you go by Mono Lake there and start climbing up the hill north of Lee Vining, I know there's a really cool scenic turnout to overlook all of that, but it's on the other side of the road, and I don't like turning across traffic there or pulling back out into it on that road. So, and I'm not going home this way. I will be coming home down I-5 because when I'm done at Klamath Falls, I'm going to go over to Medford and visit some friends over there, and that is actually on Interstate 5. So won't be coming home this way, and there ain't nothing scenic about I-5. That is Topaz Lake. Just went through the little community of Topaz. And this is right on the California-Nevada border. But there's a small concern there at Topaz, some homes, and then restaurants and whatnot there. I don't usually stop there. I'm not going to now. I'm getting hungry. It's 2 o'clock. I ate at 7. Oh, isn't that nice looking? But I'm not going to stop here. They've got a restaurant. I said they do have a restaurant here, but I haven't eaten there in years, but the last time I did, it wasn't very good. And it is across the border in Nevada. So there's a little casino there. But I'm not in a gambling mood. I think I got all that out of me when me and Kenny and Michelle went to Vegas. Way station and vehicle inspection right there for the state line. Welcome to Nevada. Okay. There's a line of cars up there. Hopefully some of them will get off here. Topaz Lodge. Alright, next stop. I think I'm going to get off at Carson City and get something to eat. And maybe go to the Harley shop. We'll see. Alright, we are in Gardnerville, Nevada. It was a pretty good sized town. When Jennifer and I came through here last year, they had a bunch of road work going on and traffic was backed up. I think it was backed up back into this area. And we didn't know how to get, we didn't know how to get around town. There's really nowhere. I looked on it on a map yesterday before I left, just in case it's like that again. But there's no real way to get around Gardnerville. So I just said to heck with it, but it doesn't look like it's already not as bad as it was when we came that last year. But yeah, we found a really good restaurant here. We were both hungry. It was breakfast time, and we were in this lane, and traffic was stop and go, and there was a restaurant, and I can't remember what the name of it was. I'll text it in here in case you're ever coming through here. It was a really good restaurant. We had breakfast. It was awesome. But yeah, we saw that restaurant and just whipped right into a parking place in it, and it was great. Well, I went ahead and stopped in Gardnerville and got some gas, and I thought, I'll just wait till I get into Nevada and get some gas. It's a lot cheaper, and a whole 11 cents a gallon cheaper. The AM PM around the corner from my house is $3.99, and it was $3.88 here. I did see a cheaper place, but it had 9,000 cars at it. I really don't care about a few cents a gallon, but yeah, I thought that was interesting. People always posting pictures of, wow, look how cheap our gas is. But anyway, right up the street was a Wiener Schnitzel, which I like. I haven't had Wiener Schnitzel in a while, so gonna sit here and eat a little bit and then head up to Carson City, maybe go to the Harley shop there. If it's still open. I don't even know if it's still open. It's been 10 years since I've been there. And if it isn't, I am not going to stop again until I get, hopefully, to Klamath Falls. All right, we'll see how that works out. Well, I stopped here at the Carson City Harley shop. See if I can find something cool for Jennifer and myself, and that is the sorriest selection of clothes at a Harley shop I've ever seen. half the ones there aren't even Harley clothes, and the other half of them, I like to get them shirts that have a shop name on them. Half of them don't have that, and they still have a ton of winter clothes, and it's not winter. But anyway, yeah, behind me here we have the Carson City Motor Patrol, and they're practicing for an upcoming competition next week where they say they're going to be about 50 riders from California, Nevada, some maybe even from Canada, Arizona. They're taking a break right now, and I really need to get on the road because I'm running a lot later than I thought I was going to. I'm still probably at least 4 hours from Klamath Falls. So, yep, I better get going. It is 3:30. I guess that's not that late, but we'll go over and see what they're going to do. Well, these guys don't look like they're any closer to doing anything. They're all still sitting there in the shade drinking their water. That's all right. It's warm. I don't know what the temperature is right now. I didn't look before I turned the truck off, but it's warm. I would say it's upwards of 90 anyhow. So anyhow, I'm going to hit the road. This is a relatively new part of the freeway. You used to have to go down in that valley off to the right. Yeah, you used to have to go down in there on that 2-lane road all the way from down by Washoe Lake about 5 miles back all the way up into the Reno area, and it was nice as long as there wasn't a lot of traffic, but every time I was ever on it, there was a lot of traffic. So yeah, I'm glad they don't go that way anymore, and this goes way up above. I remember being down there and looking up and seeing them building this and thinking, man, it'll be nice when that's done, and it really is. It cuts quite a bit of time off the trip between Carson City and Reno. I don't know if it shows up, but on the mountains over there to the right, you can see a road that's cutting up across the mountain. That's the road up to Virginia City. And if you've never been to Virginia City, it's pretty cool. Just don't go during street vibrations, because you can't park anywhere, you can't sit down anywhere. It's really crowded, but it's still neat. And they have an excursion tourist train up there, the Virginia and Truckee Railroad. I've never taken it. The last 2 times I've been up there, it wasn't running. So yeah, if you want to do that, look up the schedule and make sure they're running. All right, coming into Reno. Actually been in Reno for a while, but coming towards the downtown area where all the stuff is. And I like Reno. It's a long way, so we don't come up here much. The last time that Jennifer and I came to Reno, and the last time I came to Reno and got off the freeway was 2009 or 2010 when we came up here for street vibrations, which was always a lot of fun. I did that 4 times, and yeah, it was a good time. And like I said, I always enjoyed Reno. It's easier to get around in than Vegas. It's not as big. That place there used to be Circus. It says GSR. Now I don't know what that stands for, but I never stayed there. Usually stayed downtown somewhere. But yeah, that is Reno. All right, coming up on State Line Inspection Station again. We actually crossed over into Nevada about 5 miles back. All right. Thank you. All right. California's inspection station. I think we actually crossed into Nevada down back there by that's called White Lake. About 5 miles back. So the inspection stations are supposed to be to make sure that you're not bringing any fruit that might be infested with insects that could be hazardous to California agriculture and whatnot. But I don't even remember the last time they actually stopped me at one and asked me if I had any of that. It's been a long time. But all right, well, this kind of, if you'll notice, kind of looks similar to the area around Bishop, and that's because it's almost exactly the same climate, the same altitude. Reno's 4,500 feet, Bishop's 4,100 feet, and we've gone up and down a little bit. We're probably about the same altitude as we were at Reno. Do get snow up here. Stopped at road construction again, this time up above Susanville on Highway 139. Beautiful view. Looking down over Susanville. But says 1-lane road ahead. I don't know how long that's gonna take. But the clip that goes on my visor that I use for my GoPro, I went to take it off a while ago, a minute ago, to put a new battery in it, and the damn clip broke. I've used it a lot. I've got a lot of use out of it, I will say that. But God, I just want to get up there. I'm starting to get frustrated now. I ain't hungry or anything. I'm not even in a hurry. I just hate waiting. Had a good drive over from Reno. Didn't hit hardly any traffic coming back. Is mostly a 2-lane road between there and Susanville, between the state line and Susanville. But yeah, I don't know. I'm still at least 3 hours from Klamath Falls, and it is 10 minutes after 6. So I'll be hungry by the time I get there, I'll bet. And I was really hungry when I got there. I didn't get there till almost 9:30, and I was really tired. I went to a gas station, got some gas. There was a Carl's right there, so I had a Superstar with cheese for dinner and went to bed. And the next video starts the adventure at the Train Mountain Triennial.